Here we go! Diligent and YEONHONG. YEONHONG with the first pick, and this is going to settle it right here. Does YEONHONG want that turn 1, or is he going to opt for turn 2 here with this first pick?
Yeah, because you made the distinction earlier. You brought it up. Turn 2 has never been more important in RTA. The RTA Season 20's meta is also very bruiser friendly, I'll say, which is great. And something that I saw in chat real quick that I just want to confirm, we do have a bunch of new 2A units. Unfortunately, they will not be available for picking in this Legend tournament. You're going to be able to look forward to seeing them in RTA Season 21. But for now, we're just playing with what was available throughout most of Season 20. Pre-bans come out, Moore and Ragdoll are gone, Stoic.
That's right. No more, no of those new 2As, and there's going to be no Wateryu Ragdoll here either. Ganymede's going to be the first pick for YEONHONG, potentially already saying he wants that turn 1. Diligent, recognizing the turn 1 pick coming out of YEONHONG. There is Nana and Gianna coming out of Diligent. Interesting.
Such a quick pivot. Nana just is a perfect pick, so flexible for anything. I mean, even offering a facilitator for damage with the AoE defense break. She's right there ready and waiting to make your bruiser team just operate on all cylinders. Let's see how YEONHONG replies to this. Basically, Diligent is kind of saying, like, you can have turn 1 if you really want it. I'm comfortable fighting against you.
Yep, I was definitely expecting YEONHONG to take a CR. Looking at that 24 speed lead, locking it in. Going with Gany Hathor. This is actually a very great method. I've seen this used many times against a Nana draft here. So I do like what YEONHONG is drafting. I don't like how long this match could be, though.
Yeah, this if we're gonna see a Gany Thor at a Legend tournament, Stoic, like, this could kind of take a while. Now, Diligent trying to expedite this matchup a little bit, bringing a 33% speed lead in Oliver and also a Lima.
Yeah, double Oracle draft. We've seen this at Assacia in the past as well. A Oliver and Lima being drafted by Diligent. He's got one more pick. YEONHONG looking to wrap up his draft after seeing the Oliver and Lima coming out.
There it is. I was wondering when the YEONHONG proper was going to come out. He's been bearing the name YEONHONG for a little while. There she is. And I'd like to see if anything from Diligent with another source of immunity would be helpful here. Although that Diana frankly complicates a couple things. I actually do like the Diana pick a lot.
Yeah, I do like the Diana as well with the AoE coming from Diligent, the Nana, Gianna, Lima. They're all going to do something that's going to help Diana push up that attack bar gain here. We're actually seeing a draft that's very familiar for a player type like Topa V.
Oh yeah, this is actually super reminiscent of something that Topa used to play back in even 2019. Up until like fairly recently. I think the Antares is kind of a nice half measure here, Stoic. Before the Diana was drafted, I was almost going to say something like Awusa, but I think that's a little defensive. I think Antares is a nice mix of like threat here.
Yep, I think Antares is definitely a unit to go with. There's a lot of wind on the side of YEONHONG. There's a lot of opportunities for this Antares to cut in here. And it looks like the bans are out. Oliver's going to get the ban here, and Hathor is going to be taking the knife as well.
Yeah, I really respect the Oliver ban. The fact that Antares made it through tells me that Antares is going to be facing a lot of heat when it comes to CRS bombs. Let's see how this plays out and who takes turn 1.
Yep, most definitely expecting YEONHONG to take turn 1. Let's find out. YEONHONG taking turn 1 here.
There it is, and now we're going to be seeing a strip. Antares, quick to get a proc on the board right away, which is super important. Notably, doesn't have any will on him, so he was going to eat a bomb from CR if he didn't do something here.
Nope, that's right. And you can see that Diligent's trying to take out that CR immediately. Antares dealing so much damage to that CR. Bomb's going to be dropping here. I wouldn't say he's going to stay on top of the Inanna, but he's going to be swapping over to the Antares. Bomb does land true, choosing not to detonate it because he doesn't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I guess not yet, right? As long as you keep that Lima under control, you're fine. You're chilling. He's going to just try to go for a stun. Antares, looking like he wants to detonate the bomb himself here. He might just proc into a detonation on accident.
He could very well do it, but he also has the damage to almost take out CR. CR is still alive. Charge Vitality's coming out. Does he choose to detonate? Is he going to get the additional turn? No additional turn's going to come out.
Is he? This could be interesting here. Now he's going to potentially counter bomb here. Obviously, no means to detonate. I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous. He's going to be losing a soul stone here, unless that Gianna has like an extreme amount of damage. I think Diligent actually might be starting to sweat just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit indeed. That ventilate onto the YEONHONG definitely going to be something he's going to need here. I'm curious if he's going to throw down a shield. Maybe
Or-
protect himself to try and get a second bomb at a
or
CR, but
go for
choosing
Nana.
the stun
Oh.
instead.
I wanted him to just go full for Nana to drain out the stones so that when Antares procs, he's done and doesn't come back. But you know what? I think that's okay. I think maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe he knows something I don't. I
Looking
would
for a Despair stun on CR, not happening there.
Here comes Gianna just to cycle through a little attack bar, maybe try to proc into a turn. Here comes CR. Now this is an awkward spot, Stoic. Can't put
This
a
is
bomb,
definitely an
otherwise she
awkward spot.
dies. But
I think he has
anyway.
to go for the bomb. He needs to go for the damage. That's one proc out of Antares. Keep in mind that that orb is sitting on top of Nana. I think YEONHONG needs to drop this Nana to remove the bomb because the Antares will die here. I think he has to chance it and go for that big skill 2, maybe charge Vitality onto the Diana. No, he does go for the skill 2 and kills. Bomb will detonate, and that will remove the Antares from the field, putting Diligent behind.
This is what he needed. He needed Antares to be in a position to take a turn and get that bomb to detonate off of him. Big shield here, potentially, to try to save the Diana, unless he's not sure that that bomb is enough to actually do it. He just goes for the stun on Lima to make sure that she doesn't get rid of the bomb. I love this line of
big
play.
stun right there. If he had gone for the shield, Gianna would have been all ready to stun him up with the shield strip.
Good point. I almost completely forgot that she hadn't even dumped the skill 3 yet. Look at Diana looking so healthy as if there was no bomb ever put on her.
That's right, looking really healthy right now. I'm expecting Antares to drop from that CR. CR had massive bomb damage before, so definitely expecting Antares to drop here without a orb being on top of Nana.
It's almost like Antares knows that if he procs right now, the bomb goes off. Look, he's being a lot more hesitant with that procking. Ever since
Yep,
that
he
bomb
really
hit one
is.
turn, Stoic, he hasn't taken another one.
Yep, he hasn't done it. He's taken almost a legitimate turn. The Lima can save the day here and keep this Antares alive, and he is. Lima's going to be saving the day here. Diligent finds a way out of it.
Lima with the successful cleanse and invincibility. That's why I was saying I kind of wanted to see YEONHONG just go full-on transform into Diana and try to bait out the proc from Antares by taking more turns. Unfortunately, we know now with hindsight that that actually was enough to proc it, but Diligent here taking full control of the match with that Lima 3rd skill.
That is right. I mean, he can get the Seal of Magic and dump the attack bars out there. I just don't see how YEONHONG can come back from here. He's definitely taking his time. He's thinking about his next match already. Charge Vitality can come out, but he's just trying to delay the inevitable. It's so surprising that this Antares is not going off like we think it would.
Yeah, Antares did a really good job this game. I really truly believe that there was an opening for YEONHONG to try to abuse the proc on Antares to act as a pseudo detonation, but I think it was close. It's a close. Either way, it's trying to find an exploit there to get it, and ultimately they're gonna scoop. Diligent takes round 1, but we are in a best of 3, so that doesn't necessarily mean that they're winning right now. YEONHONG does have a chance to get that.
Yep, new pre-bans are going to be coming out here. Once again, we cannot see any of these new 2-ways that we have out here. They are not available at all this season or in this Legendary Tournament. Ganymede is going to be a pre-ban. Tian Lang is going to get a pre-ban. I see a Tian Lang pre-ban, and I see someone who wants potentially drafting Oliver.
Yes, that screams Oliver to me. And let's not forget, too, that Ragdoll is now open and available for drafting, so this is a great situation for him. Diligent, again, locking down the Nana early. Nana, obviously, hugely beneficial to him last game.
Yeah, Diligent definitely opting for that second turn here. YEONHONG taking the Gianna away from Diligent. See what YEONHONG should be wrapping up here. He is going with a Ciara, so he's going to go double Oracle.
Yeah. And I'm just noticing now that I think Diligent only ever got the 1 Soul Stone with Nana last game because it never actually got a second one because of the bomb taking the kill. And even then,
yeah,
Nana's
exactly.
still so important. Diligent has taken his time thinking about whether or not he wants to commit to this Lima and Ragdoll. He still has 10 seconds on the clock, so he can rethink it, but by now you've just shown so much information, you might as well lock it in.
No, this is someone who's well-versed in his draft, so Diligent knows he's doing for sure. YEONHONG drafting another Hathor, and we're going to see Cadiz coming out.
Chat, do you like Cadiz? Let's see how Diligent replies to this.
I know I don't like Cadiz. I'm not a fan of this unit being drafted here. I think it's all right because we already have the Lima out here. I just think there was better units instead of something that's single target. But we'll see what Diligent has to offer here. And it is going to be a Leo Molly wrapping up the draft for Diligent. That was surprising.
That was. I actually wasn't anticipating the Leo here, but I do like it. It pairs really well with his Oracle, pairs well with the Ragdoll, so he's going to be benefiting substantially more from the attack bar gain. Though it does open him up for something like a Verd as a last pick. And
yeah, that is
definitely
himself... going to be a Swift Verd. That is not a Revenge Verd. That is Swift Verd coming out of YEONHONG, wrapping up his draft. Let's see if Diligent can see that, and that's where the ban may be, because if that Verd does get locked in, we're not looking at a Leo ban here.
Yeah, unless he's semi-confident in the Molly Rag. No, he chooses to leave the Verd instead. So we're going to be seeing YEONHONG actually benefit from the attack bar gain off that Leo way more than Diligent.
YEONHONG's going to benefit from a lot of attack bar gain, just because that Leo's passive is going to be on the field. Oracles are going to be cycling. Vertiheal's going to be cycling. I can't help but already favor YEONHONG in the draft just because of all the lapping he can do with this attack bar gain. But let's see what Diligent has in store for us, because obviously Leo's going to be taking first turn. We'll see.
Corrin into a proc, into a kill? Likely not. Likely not. But we can get some big damage in here to start hitting Cadiz, putting a dot on board here. Here comes Gianna with the opportunity to avoid an AoE death break.
Yeah, it looks like that Light Oracle is going to be the unit of choice right now for YEONHONG to tag it. He does have his cleanse available. He can go for it. He doesn't really have to worry about a strip. There's nothing that he needs to strip on the side of YEONHONG.
Yeah, now it's a good move from Diligent. He's going to have to bait out the Gianna skill eventually, and now's a good time because it basically just makes Ciara skip a turn, which is good. I do like that.
Yeah, definitely indeed. You can see a little bit of poke damage. Looks like Gianna's going to be one of the first units that Diligent wants to get rid of. He's got a lot of buffs up there, but you know what? YEONHONG's pumping up his units. He's got that stun available. All those buffs are almost going to be removed.
The sheer amount of turns. Diligent is so fortunate that that bomb didn't land because YEONHONG has all the turns in the world. Now, I'm telling you this right now. The fact that that bomb didn't land is almost negligible because look at this. She is already back. She already has bomb next turn and she's at 50% attack bar. Like, this is actually kind of insane.
Yep, it really is. Well, bomb's going to come out and it is going to land true on top of that Leo, who also has that branding effect. Oh, that is a beautiful additional turn coming out of Molly. Able to keep Diligent's team alive here. YEONHONG needs to get rid of the sustain on Diligent, or else it's going to be a little tough for him to remove these units from the field.
It is. And YEONHONG luckily has flexibility on his side, right? Because YEONHONG has all those turns that he can take. Ciara, determined never to land a bomb in this game, but sure enough, you know she's going to land those dots, Chad.
I mean, I'm expecting to see that lineman to be on max resistance, but it's crazy to see two bombs miss like that. Two very impactful bombs miss like that.
And even so, I still see YEONHONG as being in the favorable position, Stoic, because look at this. One bomb finally lands. It was as if, I swear, Ciara just used that skill, Stoic. And now he's cycled so much that he's already back up with it. This is really tough for Diligent, actually.
Yeah, definitely tough indeed. Looks like that bomb is gonna again miss on top of the Leo. Lima might be dropping here. He really needs to take this unit out. That's gonna put Diligent down a unit here, which is pretty big for YEONHONG. Looking very good for him right now. I think Diligent needs to see some despair stuns. He has to drop this Gianna. He's got to start removing some units.
What is the record for number of missed bombs? Because I think that Ciara is trying to go for it.
I know. Ciara's got a new game plan that no one's a fan of here, and that's missing all these bombs. Beautiful additional turn. I think he has to go for that cleanse on that Leo. He needs to keep that Leo alive because that branding effect is not going to do that Leo any justice.
No, it's not. And exactly, he needs it. The irony is the term is justice. Not going to do him justice. It's not going to do him any torrent.
Yeah, definitely not going to do him any torrent at all.
Ooh, look at this cycling.
Because Vertiheal's going to push up that Ciara. Ciara's going to get another bomb. That is a double bomb onto the Leo, but he has to make sure that he kills that Molly first.
Oh my god. We're going for bomb number 4 that's gotten resisted, I think, from Ciara alone. Yeah, that's a lot.
But that is going to be Diligent.
Perfectly executed, Stoic, making it so that Molly comes back before YEONHONG going to clean that up, even though Ciara did them literally 0 favors. I'm telling you, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's negligible because of the Leo making it so that those oracles are going to cycle so much and Verd. Like, that Leo ended up working so far against Diligent in that game.
Yeah, that really has. I mean, Ciara's got one job. Maybe she could do it better going into round 3. Maybe Diligent will even take the units away from YEONHONG, and we'll see a change of pace and not a Nana first pick coming out of Diligent.
I swear that job of Ciara's is just to land dots and check res. That's really what it is. That's crazy. Tian Lang back on the
Ganymede and
table.
Tian Lang. Yep, back on the table here. New pre-bans are coming out right here.
And they are the same ones as the first round. Moore and Ragdoll are off the table, chat.
Yep, that's right, with YEONHONG with the first pick. I'm curious if YEONHONG even has a Nana. Maybe he just doesn't want to draft the Nana, but he's been letting Diligent have it. Let's see if he tries to take it away here going into round 3.
Yeah, that's a good observation there, because YEONHONG just seems pretty comfortable playing against it so far, especially in that last game when they expertly utilized the passive of Nana, making it so that Molly gets deleted first before Leo to avoid any torrent shenanigans.
Yeah, I can't help but give Diligent the L on the last one. It was just due to the draft. So it wasn't so much, I think, YEONHONG handling the Nana, but so much that Diligent may have screwed up the draft by introducing that Leo Molly to the field. But we're going to see something a little similar to that very first match. YEONHONG's drafting the Ganny Hathor with the Gianna this time. No CR is being drafted. I'm curious if Diligent's going to take advantage of that and take the Ciara away.
It's a great opportunity if he wanted to, but it looks like prioritizing the Oliver is his main go-to. As soon as he sees Hathor, he likes to lock down the Oliver to make sure that he has a way to reset it.
Yeah, interesting. So double speed lead for Diligent, locks down the Nephthys, locks down Oliver. YEONHONG looking to respond after seeing this Nephthys pop out.
The Nephthys there is a really nice pick in that 4th slot because it forces YEONHONG to either basically just eat the Nephthys or pick immunity, and it looks like he's going for trying to play around it, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, potentially looking at a Nephthys ban here. Let's see what Diligent's going to wrap up his draft with this last pick after seeing Chiwu Ciara.
It could almost be a Douglas. It could almost be a Douglas game. Almost.
It can almost be a Douglas.
Yeah.
The ban would have to be a Ciara.
Yeah, exactly. The detonation would have to be the ban. Good point. So opts for the Wunsa instead.
Yep, really pushing. Both players pushing for a turn 1. This is playing out just like that first match, except Dylan has a little bit of security with that Nana. No sustain on the side of YEONHONG. We'll see how it plays out. Bans are locked in. Wounts is banned out. Hathor's banned out. Guys, this is a big match right here. Let's see who's going to be taking this one, because I still think it's anyone's match. 33 speed lead for Diligent, 24 for YEONHONG.
This is it, guys. We're going to find out who's going to the finals after this game. Chiwu starts us off. Big res. Oh my goodness, big res on Oliver.
Huge resistance on
Can he do it
Oliver.
again?
Let's see if Gianna can get the bomb land this time. She's got one job, and it lands true.
Can he res again? Can he do it? Can he res? He's thinking about whether or not he wants to use it.
He wants to save it.
He thought about it. YEONHONG, and there was actually a legitimate debate there to be had. Do you use it now? Because Oliver can just reset the Gianna is the thing. That's really the trouble.
I believe the Gianna just resists the reset. I think that was a resist that I saw, but we've got a boss coming out.
I think it got the increase. but it resisted flip back.
Well, we've got an additional turn coming in a Hathor. Hathor, oh jeez. Nephthys getting full defense break, full everything on the on every unit on YEONHONG's side of the field.
This is what we're talking about. When you opt to play around the Nephthys, it is extremely dangerous. You give her one window, and she will climb through it. That was wild.
Oliver choosing to go for Ciara, not opting to go for the almost full attack bar Ganymede here. Ciara's a unit that he's looking to dump as quick as possible. If Nana can get some crazy despair stuns out here, that might be the way to go with the second skill.
We got some interesting insights coming through from Twitch chat that I saw suggesting that that Lima is on triple revenge. So in order to not risk the counter, that's why they banked on saving the third skill from Gianna. So we got the Soul Stone already used over here, and now Lima is going to bite the dust for realsies this time.
Well, there's a bunch of defense broken units, and we've got an Oliver that sometimes doesn't know when to quit. He can drop that Ciara, move on to any other unit, and then just keep dumping it from there on. But Chiwu is going to be cutting in here. Does he go for the two-turn sleep?
Can he sleep him? Oh, if he slept him, it could have been so different right there, Stoic. If he actually landed that sleep, could have given him a little bit of breathing room. But instead, Diligence Oliver is just ready to try to capitalize and take this game to go.
Yep. Oh! Oh, big additional turn, drops the Gianna, double orbs for Diligent. Diligent's definitely going to be locking this one down, but Yeonhong's not giving up yet. Those are 2 orbs sitting on top of Nana, and that's going to be really tough to get through.
Heavens to Betsy, Stoic. Oh, look at that. It's something you don't see very often is Nefty's not landing debuffs because of the glancing. You don't get to see that every day. I'm not used to that. That is interesting.
Yeonhong looking to do Steal of Magic, dump the attack bars. He's going to do his best to try and hang in there. Neft is not even dropping the 1% staying alive. There goes the Chiwu. 3 orbs for Diligence. Diligent! He's going to be moving forward here.
Diligent, something is to be said for having the mental stability that having the #1 slot be so far ahead. It's like something's to be said there. That's actually a pretty big advantage, apparently. He's coming in cold, warming up in the first round. He's chilling.